Can we all just agree that the Academy Awards are awful? Not because they're wrong all the time or pointless, but because it just causes stupid, immature arguments. And in some cases ruins otherwise great movies. Take the case of Forrest Gump. This movie won Best Picture back in 1995, but because it came out the same year as Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption, that automatically makes this movie bad because it beat those other two. Anyway, that's my small rant about the Best Picture curse, so let's get into one of my favorite movies of all time, Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks plays Forrest Gump, a man with an IQ of 75. He grows up with only one friend, that being Jenny, or Jenny, played by Robin Wright. But he manages to get a football scholarship to college and from then on goes through a very exciting life. He serves in Vietnam, meets several presidents, starts a shrimping company, and plays some ping pong. So yeah, there's less of a coherent story with this one, it's more of a character-based movie, which I'm normally not a huge fan of, but I freaking love this film. Where do I start? Well, how about I start with the thing everyone talks about, Tom Hanks. This is one of his absolute best performances, if not his best performance. When you really get down to it, Forrest Gump could have been really annoying, but he never goes too far. He manages to just go far enough on the scale of mental retardation without being insufferable. He's just so likable and charming that you just can't help but love him. And how about all the other characters? Jenny is a character who could have been so easy to hate. She keeps rejecting Forrest and leaving him, but you understand her upbringing and why she acts like she does. Gary Sinise's Lieutenant Dan is absolutely fantastic. Sally Field as Mrs. Gump is just so sweet. Then there's the events in Forrest's life. Not only are they entertaining to watch, from the intense action of Vietnam to the funny moments of meeting the presidents, but they all feature some fantastic special effects. When I first saw this, and for a few years after that, I didn't realize this was really that heavy on the special effects. But when I learned how much CGI there was in it, it blew my mind. Yeah, the lip movements on people like John Lennon and Nixon are incredibly dated, but look at Lieutenant Dan's legs. It actually looks like they cut off his legs.
He never actually said so, but I think he made his peace with God.
The movie is a dramedy, and is an example on how to balance both perfectly. On one hand, it's hilarious. Yeah, there are some easy jokes like Forrest saying he has to pee while meeting JFK after drinking so many Dr. Peppers. But then there's the scene where he turns out to be the reason Nixon resigned while he was staying at the Watergate Hotel. It just makes me laugh every single time I watch it. But then there are scenes that just rip your heart out. The ending gets me every time. I cry so hard. I read the book once, like a long time ago. It was similar, but I remember it being really fucking weird. Like there's one part where Forrest goes into space with a monkey and crash lands on an island of cannibals. I like the movie better. In fact, if you type Forrest Gump on Wikipedia, it takes you to the movie first, not the book. I guess some people may find it a little too sentimental, but for me, I love Forrest Gump. It's funny, it's sad, it's heartwarming, it has great characters and fantastic special effects. I give it a 10 out of 10, and that's all I have to say about that. So next we return to science fiction with a film that seems to get a very mixed reception. See you then.